Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life in the Military. I'm here with Wayne Bertram Jr., real American hero here, right, guys? And we're going to talk today. Today we're talking about the life in the military, the facts about it, what really happens. Somebody who's been there, lived it, and actually had the experiences of being in the military. I'm your host, by the way, Vladimir Montesir. And so tell us about like where you're from, like where did you graduate from, and your schooling, and where you grew up at. Yeah.
Okay. I was born in Fort Knox, Kentucky, March 11th, 1986. Pretty much after that, I guess my dad was in the military, so he was stationed overseas at the time. So my mom moved to my grandmother's in Indianapolis, Indiana, and about a week after, I moved to Germany. So I was in Germany pretty much from 86 to 2000, not 2000, I'm sorry, 1990. And I was pretty much there the whole time. Like, my first language was actually German. Like, I didn't know English at all.
Wow,
and
that's amazing.
Yeah, I know, because it was, like, well, I knew some English, but like a lot of the caregivers, were German, and they were trying to learn English as well. So, my mom actually thought we were going to stay in Germany for a while, and then the Berlin Wall came down, and then we were all, a part of that whole thing. We used to take field trips and stuff. After that, we moved to Maryland. It was like early 90s or whatever. I got into school, stayed here for a little bit, and then after that, my dad got stationed at Fort Leavenworth. I forgot what year that was, but we stayed there for about 4 or 5 years. Went to Kansas, back and forth from Kansas, Missouri. And I went to high school. Actually, I started high school in Missouri at Platte County High in Platte City, Missouri, which is like pretty much like a truck stop, like pretty much from like the size of this campus.
Yeah.
And I actually transferred back to Maryland after my freshman year, and I began going to school at Eleanor Roosevelt in Greenbelt, Maryland. And I was going back and forth from Missouri and then until I graduated. So.
From where? Officially?
I graduated from Platte City, Missouri in 2004.
Okay, my question to you is, what did you do after that? Like, after you graduated from high school, like, was it immediately you said, you know what, I'm going to the military, or were you working jobs, you were doing some kind of college, or what happened to get you there? How were you recruited?
Well, pretty much after 9/11 happened, I was pretty much set, because like I was military, like, my whole family was military and all that. So I was pretty much set going, but my mom was like, yo, you're not going to the military, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, either I'm going to go military or I'm going to go to college. And she was like, well, I can't afford to send you to college right now, so.
So you didn't get any financial aid from the government? Financial aid?
Well, I didn't even go through that process.
Oh, okay.
I was like 18. I didn't even know how to, go about that, because I was going back and forth from high school. So the process of me going to college was kind of like null, because like my parents never went to college, so nobody was there to guide me on how to go to college.
So you're first generation in your family to go to college?
Yes.
Okay.
So pretty much after that, I stuck around for a little bit. I worked at UPS and stuff like that. And after I got tired of that, I was like, bump this, I'm going to the military. And I kind of pretty much left overnight. My parents really didn't know that I joined, because my mom was like real strong about it. Hey, you're not going. So I pretty much just kind of left without telling anybody.
Do you regret doing that? You think you should be more upfront, or do you think you just?
No, well, the person I did tell was my dad, and like he was like pretty much the deciding factor of me going, because me and my dad never really had a relationship like that. It was just pretty much he just took care of us, and like I did my own thing. But I told him, I was like, yo, I'm going to join the Army. He's like, why? And I was like, well, and I told him I signed up for special operations. He was like, well, you'll never make it, or whatever type of thing. And I was just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go and do it, just because he said I couldn't do it. So so pretty much no, I kind of don't regret not telling my mom, because if I didn't tell her, I wouldn't have went.
Tell us about your recruiter, like, and what branch so you joined the Army, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so what was the process like of taking tests and and the workouts that you have to do, like meaning the physical requirements, and after that, what rank did you get up to?
Pretty much, to get in, you gotta take the ASVAB. The ASVAB is pretty much just a standard test to test your basic knowledge out of high school or whatever. So I took that. It took me like not even 30 minutes. I forget the score, but it was like I could have chose from a lot of jobs that they had in the Army at the time. So I was like, whatever. I wasn't too focused on that because I just wanted to get in and do my thing and travel and stuff. Eventually, I came in as a private first class, which is like in the military E3. So and I was cool with that because I did junior ROTC, which helped me get that rank early. So I was good with that.
Tell us about how long was your training? How long did it last? Like before you were able to deploy?
My training was 6 months total time, because basic training, I actually got, like when I signed up, I went as 11 Bravo, 1 Papa, which is like 11 Bravo is infantry, 1 Papa is airborne. And so pretty much from then on, I went through basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia, which they flew me all the way to Georgia. And before you can even go into training, you have to do this long process of like paperwork, getting your vaccine shots. You can't even do any type of like workout. You can't do push-ups. You can't even get ready for it. So at that point in time, it was, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. We're taking a break, and see you in a few. Welcome back to the show, guys. This is Life in the Military. I'm your host, Diamond, is here with Wayne Bertram. Hi, we were talking about your training, right?
Yes.
Could you tell us about that a little bit?
Oh, well, I was stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, and pretty much that's where I went through infantry training. We do our basic training and our advanced individual training, which they call AIT, which is pretty much our schooling. Since I was infantry, everything was condensed all into one. I believe it was like 13 weeks. And it was just like the worst experience I've ever had, like out of every school I went through in the military. So, and it went by. They taught us everything from like basic leadership, basic marksman, companionship, trust your buddy, how to shoot, close combat, close quarters, mixed martial arts. The basis of everything that's military before you go on into the military.
So what was your favorite part of the training that you liked?
I liked because at that point in time, I never shot a weapon before. So pretty much the range and the actual portion where we actually got to fight and learning how to fight, stuff like that.
And what unit were you assigned to?
I was actually, before that, I actually had to go through other trainings. Like after AIT and basic training, I went to airborne school, which was a prerequisite for me to get into special ops. So I had to learn like how to jump out of an airplane and emergency procedures, all the basics as far as like, if we ever had to invade another country, what heights we had to jump in, what we had to do, in case something happened in the air and stuff like that. And then once I graduated that, I had to go through special ops, like, how Navy SEALs have their own BUDS training.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to Ranger Battalion, we have our own selection, which is called RIP, which is Ranger Indoctrination Program. And that's like a 3-week, 3-week thing. So that was pretty much hell, balls to the wall, just like everything. Like,
wow.
So like specific detail. If you didn't do something to specific detail, like it was a word I can't even explain.
I can only imagine, man. But like, did you ever deploy? And how long were you deployed for?
Oh yeah. After I completed RIP, I got stationed at 3rd Ranger Battalion, a 75th Ranger Regiment at Fort Benning, Georgia. My actual first deployment was 2 weeks after I got assigned. So pretty much we showed up and they was like, hey, we're already deployed right now. We don't know if you guys are going over. So we had to get our all of our uniforms, all of our equipment, our weapons assigned, all that. And pretty much that took about a week or so. And then like as soon as we came back, they were like, the guys called from forward, said, you guys are deploying next week. So my first deployment was actually 6 months, 6.5 months in the military. First 2 weeks, I got stationed at 3rd Range Battalion.
And quickly, tell us how was the time spent there, like, and what friends did you make, real quick?
It was like the first deployment was nice. It was something new. It was exciting. You know, a lot of things happened, so it was a good experience. The second one, you know, you're kind of used to it, so you get bored. There's a lot of between, if you're not doing anything, if you're not running missions, you're pretty much watching movies or eating. So I made a lot of friends, a lot of associates. I'd say more than friends, but yeah.
Okay. Hold that thought. We'll be right back. We'll be taking a break. Welcome back, guys. I'm here with Wayne Bettram and Junior on the show, Life in the Military. And you just tell us about the deployment. Like what food did you guys eat there? And how was the time spent when you were off duty?
The food was there. They had a major cafeteria on the base where on the FOB, which is the place where we're all like at. And then I guess everybody from every location within the FOB gathers at that one place to eat their dining facility. It's like a huge like dome type area to avoid getting like mortared and stuff like that. So it's constructed. The food was kind of subpar depending on where you went. Like there were some places I went where they had this major sandwich bar where they made these sandwiches and they were so delicious. But like you had other places they were just like, it was like whatever, it's food at least, you know.
Why are you there on deployment? A lot of people ask about how is communication with your family and friends. I'm back in the States. How was that for you?
There's communication. It depends. Like with the regular military, I guess they get phone cards. They got to pay for it. Special ops, we get just to call over. Me personally, I really didn't call home too much. It was pretty much just, hey, I'm here, and that was pretty much it. Because it's like, you know, no news is good news type of stuff.
I see. So I guess going to why you deployed. What action did you see? Like, did you see any action?
Yeah. Like my first deployment. Actually, within my first week, like I was lead vehicle and our vehicle got blown up. So like within my first deployment, I got blown up twice. We didn't see any like firefight action that first deployment.
Hold on a second. What do you mean by blown up? You mean like just like boom?
Yeah, like they have roadside bombs and they blow up the vehicles.
And how you survive that? Did you jump out of there or it's just like
the vehicles we had were like they were better than the Humvees, you know, pretty much. So they were because like our unit has like a bigger budget than the rest of the Army, so we get better equipment, you know, better stuff to go around in.
Okay. And your unit usually full of what, 20 guys or less?
No. When we deploy, it's a small number.
Yeah, it's very small. Less than 20?
I can't really say.
Okay. So were we ever wounded? Did you have any friends that were wounded? Did you have any friends that were killed?
As far as being wounded, me personally, no.
Never?
No.
Okay.
I've had, you talking about overseas?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I've come close, but no. I've had a friend, Sergeant Mancati, he actually got shot in the face. And funny story about that is he's a sniper. The dude came up, shot him in the face, and I guess Mancati killed dude, and then, you know, called up his own medical, and he's like, yo, I got shot. And everybody's like, where'd you get shot? He's like, in the face. And we're just like, holy crap. You know, at that point in time, you're like, holy crap. But then when you get back, it's funny, you know, because he survived.
Shot in the face. That's crazy. Like, you think that'll be instant kill, but
no, because like there's a lot. I've had friends that actually got shot in the arm, and they like it was whatever, you know, the bullet went through, and they run missions like 2 days later. So like being shot isn't really as bad as people make it seem.
I see.
Depending on where you get
so, because like I always see like a lot of time back in the movies when we watch people getting shot on the leg like this on like amputation. that happens to that limb. So
Yeah.
did that happen? Did it sew you, pull a bullet out? Did it sew you up? Or you good to go? Are you healed?
They like, well, there's not a lot of medical equipment there, so they have like quick patches for you. Like they have one thing that where you put it on there, it'll pretty much, it just seizes everything together. It's like a cement type of mixture. So they have like quick fixes, and if it's really bad, then they'll send you out to Ramstein.
And most of the time, you don't know anybody that's been amputated from getting shot.
I do. We had a squad leader. He got, I don't know why he got amputated, but I don't think it was because of shot. But I know he got wounded overseas, and they actually had to take his leg, and he's actually still there jumping out of airplanes and everything.
And wow, that's a true American hero right there. He never stopped fighting. About promotion, how'd that work, real quick?
In the regular army, pretty much promotion is like you got to make points, you know, whatever. And special ops, you actually have to, go above and beyond and get promoted to get noticed, because like we do everything 100%, 110%. So you have to do something like extreme to get promoted. It actually, to go past E4, which is specialist in the military, in our unit, you have to actually go through Ranger School, which is like a 3-month like suck fest in 3 different locations.
I can only imagine that. So how was life after the military? I mean, when you finally decided to, to come back to the States and pursue a career, what do you want to do?
Well, when I got out, it's real different, because it's like you're stuck in this one type of mentality, and you have, your friends are like the closest things to you, because like you've been in certain situations you could share with anybody else. Mm-hmm. And then coming home is just like different, because people can't relate to you. Like people don't find the same things funny as I would, that somebody else would. It's because people are like, I don't know. I guess I take things like a lot lightly than people do about life, because they haven't experienced like hard stuff. So I don't know. It's real different mentally, because I can't connect with a lot of people. Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing now? Like, what school are you going to?
Right now, I go to Prince George's Community College in Landover, Maryland. Mm-hmm. Is it Landover? I think it's Landover.
And you're majoring in?
Pretty much mass communications. I'm going back and forth between that and another one, so that's pretty much what I want now.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have right now for the show. I just want to thank you for coming out here, telling your story about being in the military and experiences there. Mind blowing, and hopefully helping other people out there who want to join and get a real feel what life really like in the military, and not just cakewalk. You're not going to go in there, So it's been a very informative and very eye-opening for me. And sitting here listening to you is very good. Getting this message out there. And thank you for coming on the show, and appreciate you coming out. And that's all we have time we have for the show today. And thank you for watching. Thank you.